Hi, my name is Sean Major and I'm the Content Manager for the Apale UK team. In this part of the webinar, we're going to talk about the digital voice of the Apale community, which is content. Content is created when community members share things that are important to them. This can include sharing resources or events they think could help other educators, and it can also include writing about developments in the field of adult education or about their own insights. As an Apale ambassador, you'll be on the lookout for content to share on the platform, and you can also try your hand at writing some yourself. Every new piece of content added to Apale makes it an even more valuable resource for our community. There are 4 types of content that Apale users can submit. 2 of these are writing-based, and the other 2 are information-based. The 2 writing-based types of content are blogs and news articles. Blogs are a good way of sharing ideas. This includes new projects, thoughts on pedagogy, and your professional experiences. An Apale UK blog is 600 to 900 words long, but if you have a lot to say, you can write a 2-part blog or even a whole series. News articles are a way to let the Apale community know about upcoming UK events, calls for funding, new programs, policy developments, and more. A news article is much shorter than a blog. It's only 100 to 300 words long because we want to keep it short and snappy. The 2 information-based types of content are events and resources. Events on the Apale calendar don't just have to be conferences. They can also include workshops, seminars, webinars, online training sessions, policy meetings, and more. Make sure that the events you submit are located in the UK, or in the case of online events, are relevant to the UK. The Apale Resource Centre is a valuable collection of material that will help keep you up to date with adult education best practices and reference documents. And it's also a great way for adult education projects to promote the results within a professional network across Europe. You can help us keep expanding it by submitting any of the following: case studies of innovative adult education approaches, reports and studies, open education resources like training materials and videos, resources for adult education staff to further their professional skills, policy documents, and magazine and newspaper articles. Resources that you add should have been published within the last 3 years and are relevant to the UK. Apale has a lot of great content, and it's easy to read a few pages of content, such as a blog and a few news articles, and then sign off. But it's important to remember to add your voice too. If everyone just browsed through the material that was already there, then nothing new would be added. As an ambassador and active community member, you want to get into the habit of thinking to yourself during the week, can I blog about this? Is this news I can share? Do I know about any upcoming UK events? Have I come across any helpful resources lately? I also encourage you to think about the visual aspect of any blogs you write. Images, videos, and logos are a great way to break up a wall of text and make a blog more engaging. If you're at an event you'll be writing about, see if you can take some suitable photographs or even a video with the permission of everyone involved. One of the easiest ways to be an active member of Apale is to interact with the content you read. A simple but really important way to do this is to give a thumbs up to things that you like. All you have to do is click the thumbs up button that's near the top of the page. This little positive interaction lets the author know that their writing is interesting or that their resource was useful, and it lets Apale staff know what the community is reading and what they like. There are also good conversations to be had in the comment threads, so don't be shy to post what you think or just say what you liked about it. Here's a checklist for anyone interested in submitting content to the Apale UK team. We have templates for all 4 types of content, so don't hesitate to ask if you need us to send them to you. And you're welcome to send them to other professionals who are interested in submitting content to Apale as well. When you want to submit content to the platform, all you have to do is fill in the yellow highlighted fields of the appropriate template, include any relevant images or links, and email it to the content manager, that's me, and I will then add it to the platform for you and create a customized Bitly link that you can share. A common issue that occurs with blogs and news articles when they're submitted for Apale is that they're not written for an audience of adult educators. Sometimes they're more aimed at learners, or sometimes the topic is discussed in terms that are too general, so the link to adult education isn't quite clear. If this happens, I can provide some supportive feedback for the author about how to add a bit more focus on adult education to the piece so we're able to publish it. Which brings us to the next point on the checklist. It may sound counterintuitive, but the more focused a blog is on a specific topic, the easier it is to write and the more interesting it will be. Generalizations can be useful to give readers context about the topic, but the details are what really make a blog shine and make it both meaningful and memorable to its readers. The way the details are presented is important too. In this respect, there are two common issues that can occur with blogs. The first is blogs that provide a detailed list but don't provide any insight or anecdotes. This could be when writing about results from a project or even about attending a conference. This is a good start, but the writing needs to go deeper and reflect your experiences and thoughts on the matter as a professional. The second blog issue is simple feeling statements. It's okay to say that you enjoyed something or that you thought it was good, but you must then go on to tell us why. It's a difference between "it was a great keynote speech" and "it was a great keynote speech that touched upon this subject that I'm really passionate about." And then you would go on to describe your experience with this subject, how this subject is a current topic in adult education, and perhaps other interesting initiatives or resources that are related to this subject. And lastly, don't forget that I, your content manager, I'm there to support you, our Apale UK ambassadors. You're very welcome to reach out to me if you need a sounding board for your blog ideas, or if you'd like feedback on a draft, or even if you'd just like some suggestions for what to write about. I hope this has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing your news articles, blogs, events, and resources. Thank you, ambassadors, for all that you do for Apale.